This session is going to be recorded. What you're about to hear are 5 reflections from 5 giants in business. I didn't say black business, I said business. And their reflections are going to be about the most important investment you can make. That investment is in you. The Bible says, be not conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. If you invest in a job, if you invest in a career, no matter how much you like it, you may make a living. But if you invest in you, you might make a fortune. You are going to hear from people now who have made a fortune. Not by investing in a job, but by investing in themselves. So for the next 15 minutes, at 3 minutes each, you are going to hear from Velton Shoel, Fortune 500 executive, CEO of Leadership Dynamics. You're going to hear from Melinda Emerson, America's small business lady. Not because Stan said so, but because Forbes magazine said so. You are going to hear from the godfather of Black professional networking. The things that he has forgotten about the power of the human connection, I try my best to learn at his feet and from everything he has written and said to me personally and by his most recent book, Click. Because the power of the human connection is more important now than ever before, George Fraser. Then, Dr. Michelle Walker Davis, our own free money expert, is going to speak with you again about why invest in you. And then our chairman, Mr. Eugene Poole, 42 years in benefits and retirement, 3 master's degrees, national security clearances, billion-dollar contracts with government agencies like NIH, will speak to you about why invest in you. What do they each have in common? They have invested their time, their talent, and their treasure in themselves. So we are now recording. Please put yourselves on mute. I'm about to put myself on mute. I'm asking you in the most humble way, give them your full attention. Thanks so much, everybody. The first person that I'd like to call to the floor on this segment is Mr. Velton Shoel. Velton, the floor is yours.
Well, good evening, everyone. Good evening, MBN, and everyone who might be visiting. Let's start with a question. If you don't want the best for yourself, who do you want it for? You know, life is very short, even though it's a journey. We have to prepare ourselves for the journey. There was a saying back in the 70s or 80s that I loved, and it was really a commercial for UNCF. And they said, the mind is a terrible thing to waste. And the question is, what kind of mindset do you have? Do you have the mindset of a pauper? Or do you have the mindset of a millionaire? I would prefer, and I think you would too, to have the mindset of a millionaire. That takes work. It doesn't just happen. You have to prepare yourself. You have to constantly exercise the best attitude, energy level, and effort to be successful and create the correct mindset, the correct activities for you to be the best that you can be. One of the things that Stan talked about is what we're preparing for in Charlotte. We're preparing to make a difference, a change in the way you look at things from that day forward for the rest of your life. Because it doesn't matter where you start. You may already be making 7 figures and be looking to make 8. You may be making 5 figures and looking to get to 6. You may just be starting out. But as Zig Ziglar said, it doesn't matter where you start. It's where you finish that matters. My good friend Trevor Outside, I love what he says. He says, wherever you are in life, your mind got there first. So my question to each and every one of you is, where are you and where do you want to go? Let's together start to develop a roadmap, an action plan, a success strategy to take you from where you are to where you dreamed of being. But let's go a little further. Let's take you from where you are to a place that you never even dreamed you could be. And I believe in you, so I know you can get there. I'm Velton Shaw, and I look forward to working with each and every one of you.
All right, thank you, Velton. Thank you, Velton Showell. Thank you for your leadership and your operational effectiveness as you continue to help people compete in their respective industries, sir. Thank you, thank you. All right, next up, we have a speaker, phenomenal lady by the name of Dr. Michelle Walker Davis. I just want to highlight her briefly. Dr. Michelle Walker Davis is the CEO and founder of Imperial Management Group, IMG, an award-winning grant development firm in the $850 billion marketplace. IMG helps businesses and nonprofits develop award-winning proposals and secure funding from government, foundation, and industry sources. IMG also knows where the money is. Dr. Michelle and her team are happy to help you find it by doing the research, the preparation, the research, writing, and submitting the proposals on your behalf. Dr. Michelle Walker Davis, the floor is yours, ma'am.
Thank you. Hi there. I'm Dr. Michelle Walker Davis, and it's important that we invest in ourselves. So the message I want to give you tonight is why invest in yourself. And I'll tell you why. I've spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on higher education. I have an undergraduate degree, 2 master's degree, and received an honorary doctorate based on my lifetime of accomplishments. However, it was not until I invested in myself that I saw major growth. And I'll tell you how. It was quite simple. It was very organic for me, in fact. I did 4 major things. Number 1, I hired coaches and took advantage of the coaching that was available to me. Number 2, I invested in a boot camp so that I could move my business in the direction that I wanted it to go. Number 3, I invested in evaluating myself as a business owner and what I wanted to happen in my business and the growth that I wanted to happen. The other thing I did, I took a course called How to Fix Your Business in 90 Days. And I can tell you, true story, in less than 90 days, I was able to scale my business to over $460,000. And this was during COVID. The last thing that I did that had major impact was I invested in my business, in the business that I'm in. You see, I'm in the $850 billion grant marketplace, $7 trillion government contracting space. And I started having my team write grants for me. So as a result, I now have the business I always wanted to have. And my coach told me that I was rich with opportunity. But here's the thing. you're rich with opportunity also. So I'm a miracle in the marketplace, and you too can be a miracle in the marketplace. But you have to invest in yourself. And after you do that, play full out, no holds barred. Take your foot off the brake and just go for it. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Michelle Walker Davis. Continue to be a driving force for raising awareness for business development and growth. Follow the money, people. You heard what she said, follow the money.
When you pose the topic, why invest in yourself? The first thing that came to my mind was, how can you get there faster? Having someone show you the way is a great investment. And why is that? Because success leaves clues everywhere. But guess what? So does failure. The best way to learn is actually from other people's mistakes. That way you don't have to make them. And so that's what happens when you hire a coach who has already been where you're trying to go. I think there's a lot of folks out here, really good salespeople, don't know anything about coaching. So you have to be really careful about who you hire to coach you, because it matters. But the reason why investing in yourself is so important, because number one, it boosts your confidence. And if your confidence gets boosted, that's also going to have a positive effect on your self-esteem, as well as equipping you with new knowledge and skills. And really, that's all professional development is. It's in a way for you to learn new skills, but also it helps you get to know yourself better. Because sometimes somebody has to tell you your idea is just okay. It's not fab. You need somebody to hold you accountable to how much research you did about where you're trying to go. And sometimes, folks, you have a half-baked business idea and somebody has to tell you. And that's what a coach will do for you. But there's other kinds of ways that you can invest in yourself. When you take the time to attend conferences, mastermind retreats, networking events, those things will bring immense benefit to your business, both in the short term and in the long term, because you are your greatest asset. And by developing your networking skills, your relationships, sometimes the first time somebody hears your offer, they're not ready to buy from you. But if you continue to stay in touch with them and nurture that relationship and build trust, that's how you can build your business over the long term. And by building connections or, signing up for a new course, workshop, activity, you grow your network. You get to meet the other people who are there too. So it's not just the person teaching, it's the other people in the room. That's one of the best things about this network, because it's the other people in the room. Yes, Stan is always here, and Eugene Poole is always here, and Dr. Frazier and Dr. Michelle are here, but it's the rest of us that make this a network. And so investing in yourself is the need to invest in your relationship. Networking is the most successful way to grow a business.
Next up, I would like to introduce you to you, a gentleman, Eugene Poole. Eugene Poole serves as the executive chairman of the Matthews Business Network. He is also the president and CEO of Align Business Group, Inc., located in Upper Marlboro, Maryland, an organization that provides affordable health insurance. Mr. Poole holds life and health insurances licenses in 20 states. On May 8, 2023, he received a citation from Maryland's Governor Wes Moore for his exceptional overall performance in the 2022-2023 enrollment period as the top insurance broker providing affordable health insurance. We're talking ACA programs in the small business market. He also qualified as one of the top 100 brokers in the individual market. Folks, I bring to you our own Eugene Poole.
Thank you, Ty. Good evening, MBN members. I wanted to talk about briefly why we must invest in ourselves now. Our Creator has provided in each of us our own unique characteristics and gifts that we must discover and understand how to use as a blessing with the rest of our world. This is how we discover our purpose. Once we discover our purpose, we will find the path we must follow. Therefore, we must invest in our time wisely each day, studying Holy Scripture. The Holy Scriptures describes what has happened before us, why we were created, and how we must conduct our lives within our houses of prayer, our families, and within our communities. They provide safe harbor guidelines for justice, impartiality, and growth opportunities for all. In addition to Holy Scriptures, we must also invest time studying philosophy, ethics, science, technology, and mathematics within our institutions of higher learning, as well as seeking additional advice from trusted coaches, mentors, and advisors to gain a deeper understanding of how to apply our knowledge in an effective manner to improve our society. This is why we created the MBN Strategic Advantage, so that everyone can leverage the collective wisdom of many by preventing costly errors and strengthening relationships leading to success. We encourage everyone to harness the power of the MBN Strategic Advantage so that they too can realize their dreams as well. Thank you for the opportunity, Ty.
Thank you, Eugene Poole. And we want to say thank you to you. Keep preparing business owners as you study health industry trends and locate opportunities to keep us healthier and safe. Just wanted to say thank you, sir. All right. Next up, you heard Stan Matthews says this is the godfather of business, or overall business, and I'm honored to introduce this gentleman. Dr. George C. Frazier is chairman and CEO of FrazierNet, Inc., a company he founded to lead a global networking and economic development movement for people of African descent. He spent 20 years in executive leadership positions with Procter & Gamble, United Way, and Ford Motor Company before starting his own firm in 1987. He is the author of 6 best-selling books, including Success Runs Our Race, and co-author with Les Brown of Mission Unstoppable. Dr. Frazier is also the recipient of numerous awards, including being named one of the best speakers in America. More recently, he received his 2nd Presidential Lifetime Achievement Award from President Joseph Robinette Biden Jr. Dr. George Frazier, the floor is yours, sir, and great to see you.
Thank you, Ty. Very generous introduction. I'm really just getting off a plane from Los Angeles, spent an entire day trying to get back home, but it's good to be here, and I got here in time to do this part. And thank you, Stan, for the opportunity. Do not deduct that from my time. The smartest return on investment that you will make in your entire life, as you grow older and wiser, you will understand this, will be you. And it's an investment. And an investment is something you expect a return on. And there's no other way to get where you want to be without investing in you. My closing remarks on Friday night with Tiffany, to her and to the audience, is very simple. I said to the audience and to Tiffany, die with memories and not dreams. In order to make a dream a memory, you have to study. You have to invest in you. You have to engage in training, not only academic training, as much as you can to upskill and to learn how to learn, but you also need to put your ego aside, ask for help, find mentors, find coaches, I have a coach, and I'm already at the top of my mountain, but I have a coach, and I've had a coach, a fee-based coach, for 35 years. Now, I'm not really saying anything that's revolutionary. I mean, Michael Jordan has had a coach since high school. All of the best people I know get ongoing training. They are committed to personal growth and development, lifelong learning, and constant, never-ending improvement in the pursuit of perfection. Of course, we will never be perfect. And I'm not all that excited about perfection anyway, because when something is perfect, it's the end. There's nothing left to do with it. So I am in constant pursuit of perfection without question, knowing that I will never achieve it, but I must prepare myself every minute of every day to do what I do with excellence, as all of us. At the Power Networking Conference coming up August the 2nd through the 5th, I'm going to introduce a term, Black Excellence 2.0. And it simply means, it's another way of saying what our parents said, that we have to be twice as good to get half as much. So our entry level into the marketplace now, going forward in the 21st and 22nd century, must be excellence. That is the base. That is the expectation that requires surrounding yourself with people that know you, love you, respect you, will coach you, train you, mentor you, because you will be a product of your surroundings. Your best training, once you get outside of formal education, will be the people that you surround yourself with. So, don't take this with a grain of salt. This is the gospel according to George. I never stop learning. Read at least one book a month, please, brothers and sisters. The average American only reads one book a year. If you read one book a month in 5 years, you will have read 60 books. And the average American will have only read 5. And the more you read, the more you understand, and the better you write, the better you think, and the better you reason. And without reason, and the ability to reason through constant, never-ending improvement, is not freedom. The ability to reason is freedom. Anything else other than that, you're in prison. Join us in Charlotte. You're going to learn a little something from the masters, to include our leader, Stan Matthews. Thank you, Stan.
Business owners, join a professional network that will help you share the unique value of your products and services with Black and brown customers who have more than $1.6 trillion to spend on an annual basis. Join the Matthews Business Network and get the coaching, the clients, the connections, and the capital you need to succeed. To get growing right now.